Hi viewers, welcome back. Now in this video, as I shared some other videos on the sum product, different functions for date range and different criteria, analysis against different criteria. Now in this example, I am going to show you. In the previous sessions we did it like if we have a data and we just want to select an item in a year or a month or a date range, etc., and it should give us the quantity against the quantity and the revenue, etc. Start date and end date, so it should give me here the quantity and the revenue against these criteria. Now here you are selecting different items and different years. What if you want that my database, for example, it's a lengthy data of your business or your project, and you want a simple table against these items, because here you see these items are repeated and you want a summary of all your items. Here you have added all the items that you have. Here you want a summary against quantity sold and profit, and whenever you select a specific date, so it should be updated from the database, and it should also give you the top 2 or the top 3 or the top 4 and the bottom 2 and the bottom 3 or the bottom 4 or 5 or 8, whatever you want in these tables, so that you may see that which items are performing good and which are not performing good. So for that, you can do this analysis also with this sum product. You can do this with some ifs also, but with sum product it's a little bit simple. Let me show you how you can do this. So this is our data in which we have the items, the date, year, quantity sold, and revenue. Now here we have a dashboard, for example, where we are analyzing all items against all items, the quantity and their selling and their profit. And then here we want to have a top performer and bottom performer. So from this database, you can extract this information. Now in the previous example, if you remember, so here we were just selecting ranges and then selecting this one item or the region or the date. Now here we would need to lock our ranges, because here we will drag them. For example, here I need quantity against all these items. Against all these items I need quantity. So I will use some product small bracket. Now what I need first against item. So I will select the item column. So there in the previous examples, I didn't need to lock them. But here I will lock them because I will drag this formula below so that I may get the same analysis for other items also. So I will press F4. So it is locked. Now is equal to. This item should be is equal to what? The item in this column. Range this one. The item in this column. So here it would give you the quantity of the A item, the first item that you have selected. Now multiply by what you need here. You need the quantity here. So small bracket, and this is the quantity column. So select that quantity column. And now, as I told you before, the brackets are very important. So in the start there should be 2 brackets, and this range should also be locked. So I will press F4 to lock this range also, and then I will close the bracket. So here I see 81 against A. Now I will just copy and paste it below. So it would give me the quantity against B, then the quantity against C, and then the quantity against D. And total 339. And here also if we sum them, so here in the bar you see 339. So this is how you. Now if you want another criteria to be added to this, for example year or date, so you have this date written here. You want to restrict this quantity calculation to this range. So at the end, now before that last bracket, you need to use again the multiply sign, start a bracket, and here you need a date. So range the date column. And here, as I shared with you in the previous video, you have to use greater than or equal to this, then small bracket close, then multiplication sign, then small bracket, then again range the date, because here we have just selected the start. Now we need for the end date. Again select the date, and then when you select the date, After that, lesser than or equal to. Use lesser than or equal to this. And then small bracket close, small bracket. If you haven't closed all the brackets, so Excel will automatically do that. Do you want to accept? Yes. And now here also the dates column that we have selected, we should log the range of the date column also that we have selected. So we will log this here, F4, F4. Let me do it the formula bar so that you may see F4, 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 and F. So now if I drag it below, so it is applied. Now from 1st April to 31st December, we haven't any quantity. So I will change the range to 1st January. Now here you see we have all the quantity available. Now you will have to do this for the sold item also and revenue column also. So simple, the same thing. Here in the formula bar, select the whole formula, copy, paste it here and then here. Now come here, press F2, and here this quantity column range, drag it to the sold, and in this column and in this cell, come to this cell, press F2, and now bring this range to the revenue. You can actually apply another F4 also on this column, just then you will have to copy and paste, but that will make you a little bit confused, so I will do another section on that. So here you will have these two also, and then copy, paste, paste. So here you have a summary table of all the database, and it is restricted to this date range. If I select 1st Feb, so here now my quantity has changed. D is 0 because D has not been sold in after the 1st February. So that is giving you the information against exact these dates. Now if you want to have a top performer and bottom performer 2 or 3 or whichever, for example you have items 4. So obviously you would need top 2 and bottom 2. If you have a list of 10 and 20 items, so you would need top 10, 20 or top 10. So for all of them formula is the same, just the quantity to be written there would be different. Let's see. Here I have already done a video on this also. You can see the playlist in the description. So here I will use now filter. Filter small bracket. What is the array? This is my array. This complete table is my array without the column headers. Now include, comma, include. What to include? On which column you want the top 2 and the top 3 and the top 5? On the revenue, on profit I want. So I will select here only the profit. Now I need a criteria. I want top 2 or top 3. So here I will say greater than or equal to large small bracket. For the large formula, what is the array? The same profit column. And after comma, how many quantity you want in the top? I want 2. So I will type 2. Small bracket close, and enter. So here you see, now I have 2 items which are top performing, A and C. This A and C. If you see the profit, this is the highest profit. This one and this one, these two have the highest profit among the other 2, 3. If you have a long list, so you can use, if you want top 10, so just replace this 2 with 10, whatever number you want. So type it here. Now, if you want the same for the bottom, so just copy this whole formula from the formula bar, paste it here, and change this greater than to smaller than and the large to the small formula and enter. So here you see the bottom two, B and D. This B and D. Among these items, these two are the lowest. Now, if you do not want this filter to be according to the large and small formula, you want a criteria that if an item profit is greater than this, so only those should be listed here. So instead of this large formula, then you can, for example, if you have written here a specific number, so instead of First write this greater than or equal to, and then instead of this large complete formula, just use range that specific number. So you can restrict that to your range also. I have a video on this also that I have uploaded. Link is in the description. Some cases there might you face a problem, like now for example, if here I use 1st Feb and here I use 31st March. So here now you see I changed some dates. Now here I have in this duration only one item which is sold during this duration. But I have here top 2 and bottom 2. And although now here in the top 2 it shows me all items with 000. So you can use if formula to restrict it to show only those records if there is something, if there are top 2 and if there are bottom 2. If there are not top 2 and bottom 2, so don't show anything. So you can use then an if. So here now what I can do, this filter formula I can club another formula if and close this whole formula inside the if formula. Now what is usually the if formula? If formula is usually if small bracket. You give a test, then after that you say value if true. If that test is true, so you should add this value. If it is false, so you should add this value. So now here in the start I will use if and then small bracket 2 times. One for this if and one for this formula to be closed in. Now if the result of this formula is greater than or equal to 2, so comma, small bracket close, now comma, value if true. If this is true, what it should do? It should do the same thing which is it was doing before. So I will just copy this whole formula and will paste it here, that if it is greater true, so you should do it like this, and if comma, if it is false, then I will use quotes with a space that show nothing and small bracket close. Now here you see, you can't see anything. Everything is blank. Why? Because there is only one. If, for example, 1st Jan to 30th. So now you see if there is something else, if there is another one in the top up to the quantity that I have restricted to, so it would show. If there is nothing like that, it won't show me those filters and it will just show me blank information. So you can use this if formula also. If you want to analyze your complete database against different things with some products, you can do that, and this can be done with SUMIFS also. On SUMIFS already I have done a video. The link of the playlist is given in the description. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Access, MS Word and Mail merge, then other tricks of the Microsoft Excel and other softwares, other learning tips, how to prepare yourself for interviews, these other playlist of learning online data collection, KOBO, MS Form, Google Form for collecting online data, data analytics, project management series. There is a playlist for MS Excel, beginners also, Windows, and all these playlists, single playlists are also available. So you can benefit from all these sessions which are free of cost, and you just open it and watch them and learn and improve your productivity. There are these beautifully designed PowerPoint presentations, how to make these PowerPoint presentation, and every video has a detailed step-by-step tutorial. So visit my channel, subscribe, like and share and comment. Comment is very important for me, because if you comment a video, so I can improve these videos more. Whatever question you have, so you can ask, and this will be good for the channel also, and learn and improve your product. Thank you.